Yo guys, I hope you're well. So Keir Starmer, casual racist. Let's discuss. So, Keir Starmer has called out and labelled those people who rioted in Ireland as racists. On a visit to East Belfast, in his words, he said, the disorder was incapable of justification. It's clearly racist and does not represent the modern, forward-looking Northern Ireland that I know this place is. Starmer branded rioters in Northern Ireland as clearly racist and worse than the far right. He said he would work with all communities to ensure that they handle the situation for both the immediate and longer term. Well, that's clearly untrue. How can you remedy any situation if you do not include half the people around the table? He's clearly not interested in a root cause analysis of anything, but only implementing his view of what a modern, forward-looking Northern Ireland looks like. Remember, words are very powerful, and Starmer knows exactly what he is doing by using these words racist in his rhetoric. Divide and rule, because division is key to him implementing his agenda. Starmer's had time to think on his immediate words that he used during the riots, and he is doubling down on those words, and those words such as far-right thuggery to scare and cow the population into getting in line for fear of being tarred with that same hateful brush. That is the real politics of division, people, and he's sowing this. So, is Starmer calling me, who is someone who is clearly concerned about the situation in our beloved country and wants a grown-up discussion with all the relevant stakeholders sitting around a table and a debate in Parliament? Is he calling me a racist? I hope he does, because it will allow me to defend myself and to raise the pertinent questions and concerns he steadfastly refuses to countenance. When you do not allow a grown-up conversation and discussion and debate, then society itself breaks down, and the result is chaos and disorder, and that's followed by the rule of the despot. Is this what Starmer wants? So why is he so loath to drill into the root cause and involve all parties? I think I know the answer to that. And why is he so quick to label anyone who stands up for their rights and freedoms as a far-right thug or racist? Who is backing Starmer? And who is giving him that confidence to attack and to denigrate the good people of this country without fear or censure? Guys, the news today reveals that Met officers have admitted that the police are still institutionally racist and racism is rife in the police. Does this mean that Starmer, the casual racist, is happy to use one set of racists to put down, in his own words, another set of racists? Really? Yet he has gone out of his way, as the total hypocrite that he is, to personally and in person reach out and thank these bodies for keeping the people in line, and using all of this as a springboard to ensure all those online will feel the long tentacles of the Starmer re-education system if they so much as type, tap, tweet or twitch any sentiment that only Starmer and Starmer alone will decide is permissible. And this will be anywhere on the known and unknown planet. Does Starmer not see how this looks? No one wishes to be called a racist. So I wonder how Sir Keir feels about being labelled as a casual racist, and an opportune racist at that. He's now picking fights with countries and people in those countries who have been our firm allies for ages, and he's making Great Britain into an absolute laughingstock and soon to be the most hated country on this earth. He's brought his own microaggression to the fore by making assumptions about the background and experiences of all those people who protested legally, shoehorning them all into the one tub and labelling them as racists. By lumping everyone who protested and those who rioted into the same bucket and labelling them as far-right thugs, you could say that Starmer was being casually racist, assuming that all individuals share the same outlook and beliefs, stereotyping and refusing to acknowledge the diversity of all of those who legally protested as being a casual racist. Or is being a casual racist, I should say. Guys, a recent Ipsos poll has highlighted that more than half the country is very dissatisfied with the direction this country is moving towards. Does that mean that half the country is racist? Does he not believe there are countless complexities that make up people's opinions on why they are dissatisfied? Or does he believe that this 50% has exactly the same thoughts and beliefs and has lived exactly the same experiences and therefore cannot possibly have diversity or singularity of thought in which to make up their own minds? Think about it. Are we that brainwashed that we are all far-right thugs? That is a simplistic, insulting and dangerous approach for a Prime Minister to take with the people he is supposed to serve, and to flippantly suggest he will not even countenance our opinions is that of a totalitarian headed toward despotism, I should say. I can't say that word. Anyway, guys, in summary, casual racism is a pervasive and insidious form of discrimination that often goes unnoticed or dismissed. But listen to this. But Starmer famously claimed in a debate with Rishi Sunak that Rishi Sunak does not get Britain. But does he? Really? And he is now condemning the riots in Ireland as intolerably racist. Remember, the words are very carefully chosen by these politicians to stir us up one against another. Starmer is despicable in his outburst against the people of Ireland and should be more careful with his diatribe. I actually believe his rhetoric is very likely designed to stir up the people in anger, and I believe he is a massive hypocrite and should be interviewed under caution for insulting a nation. Any divisions that were in our country before Sir Keir became Prime Minister have been widened to the point of being a chasm since his choice of rhetoric about its people, and those of the Irish in particular, deliberately using language such as far-right thugs and racists to describe his own people. He has rendered any negotiations or reconciliation as almost impossible. Or was this his intention anyway? Was it to divide the country and lord himself over it? I don't know. I doubt any of his words and actions were anything less than deliberate, and this should be a warning sign to all that the worst is yet to come. And we will be in for a very, very, very tough time in the coming weeks, months and years of his leadership. So Keir Starmer is using one section of the community to break and destroy another. However, I do not believe he truly cares about either, so long as he can cement his doctrine into our day-to-day lives. He will do anything and tread on anyone to ensure he does, and could care less what anyone thinks. I don't believe Starmer could care less about anyone's race. His ultimate and more direct goal is constitutional change. And the direct challenge he faces that stands in his way to constitutional reform is from that of the British people. Those indigenous and assimilated into the British way of thinking and fair play and justice, who will fight tooth and nail to maintain the status quo and feel no obligation towards him. Starmer is courting those who are more malleable and eternally grateful and believe they owe him their support into his doctrine change. So in conclusion, people, no one likes to be called a racist. So Keir bandies that word around like throwing confetti. In truth, I don't know if Sir Keir is a racist or even genuine with his concerns, but I do believe he is 100% set on pushing through his doctrine in reshaping or even getting rid of our constitution and replacing it with something far more pernicious and dangerous for all of us. But there are grounds to look at and label Sir Keir as a casual racist. But on reflection, I believe he is more of a totalitarian. But the label casual racist will hurt him more. Just like the label of far-right thugs and racists hurts those that he has tarred and tarnished with his words. But Starmer is a totalitarian, and a utopian totalitarian at that. He believes in correct and incorrect opinions and perspectives, and only his opinion is correct. And he wants to make his opinions into compulsory laws. And when those laws aren't possible, he wishes to badger with propaganda, and he will avoid the people that do not agree with him, like he has refused to countenance any debate on what caused the riots or why half the country is at odds with him. He presumes that anyone with a differing view to his is malevolent and they need to be brought under his boot, and construes any and all criticism or doubt as outright hostility. He's a master at censure, and he wishes to ostracize anyone who disagrees, labeling them as pariahs. So guys, let me know in the comments section what you think about Sir Keir Starmer. I've just brought up the question, and it's just a question, people. It's not 100% based on proof, fact or anything, but I just said, Sir Keir Starmer, casual racist. Let's discuss. Anyway guys, let me know down here in the comments section. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your viewpoints, let me know your opinions. And yeah, just remember, it's just an observation, it's just a discussion, people. But there's a lot in this discussion about what Sir Keir Starmer has said and called other people. So he's called people far-right thugs, he's called people racists. Do you agree with him? Do you disagree with him, people? Let me know down here in the comment section, guys, and just let me know what's on your mind. But make certain, guys, you keep it, you know what I'm saying, you keep it under wraps. Keep it legal, keep it cool. None of this language, guys, because you don't want them to have anything on you where they can accuse you of hate speech or anything like that, guys. Just make certain you keep it 100. You keep yourself safe, you look after yourselves, you look after each other, but more importantly than all of that, guys, please make certain to come back to the next Urb'n Barz reaction, guys. I'm out.